In a world full of podcasts, you have choices. Make yours count. Don't miss out. Tech Pop Boom.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tech Pop Boom with your hosts Scott and Brandon. I am Scott.
And I am Brandon.
Brandon, it's been a while since we've done this. So where do you want to start? You want to talk about some movies? You want to talk about some news? You want to talk about some rock and roll? What do you want to do?
Let's talk about what you watched over this long period of time. I noticed a ton of shows.
God, probably a ton. Well, just before we started this podcast, I was watching Jackass 3.5, the unrated movie that is now on Netflix. It was really funny. Jackass just cracks me up. It's really funny.
Is this like new?
It's not a new movie, but it's just released on Netflix. But if you've never seen it before, it may not be your brand of humor, but I think it's hilarious. I laugh out loud every time I watch one of these movies. It's great. You know, the freshest show in my mind that I'm sure that you want to talk about is Jessica Jones season 2.
Yes.
That was released last week on Netflix.
Yep.
For anyone interested in not only Jessica Jones but any of the Marvel TV shows, you know, with Daredevil or what's it, Punisher, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, The Defenders. If you're interested in any of those shows, I recommend going to our Facebook page. Go to Facebook, type up Tech Pop Boom. I posted an article today. It was from Decider, I think is the website.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw it or not, but someone posted on wrote a story about these shows, and I tell you, I could not agree more. My problem with these Marvel shows, and what this article basically says, is there's no reason for these for them to have 13 hours TV shows. They should be movies, because the problem with these shows, it's basically a 13-hour movie. And there's a lot, and I mean a lot, of downtime in these TV shows. They're and I mean every damn one of them. Other than the very first season of Jessica Jones, that's an exception only because the bad guy in the first Jessica Jones was great. He made that. He was a great bad guy. He's a great villain. Yeah. But even the new Jessica Jones, and every single Marvel show made for Netflix has been bad. There's no reason for it to be. Imagine sitting in the theater and watching a 13-hour movie. That's what it is. There's just a lot of downtime, and I use one word to describe every single one of these shows, and it's boring, with a capital B. Boring. There's no reason for these to be full series. This guy was saying, and he points out all the flaws and all the stuff with all the shows, but he's basically saying instead of doing a 13-episode season of all these stupid shows, just do a 2-hour movie. Kill the dead time and cut off all the fat. You know what I mean? Just have a 2-hour story. Because the problem with Jessica Jones, it wasn't nearly as. Now I know you're going to disagree because Brandon, I love you, but you love everything.
Yeah, well, I would say I love everything.
Well, for the most part, but the problem with Jessica Jones season 2 is it suffered from every other season. It's boring. The acting was terrible. There was a scene, the very last episode, where they're in a hospital room and they're like in front of what's supposed to be a window, and I'm watching it on my iPad, and it's clearly a green screen because you can see the outline of Jessica Jones standing in front of the window, and like her hair, and you can see the green screen. It was so poorly done. I'm almost wondering if they thought, well, it's half of the bag, let's just shoot it and get it done and put it out there. There's so many. It was just very poorly done. I'm at the point where if they almost shouldn't have done it. If it wasn't going to be as equally as good as the last season, then what's the point? I mean, and then again with the Iron Fist. Oh, I can't tell you how much I hate that Iron Fist. I cannot tell you. The Immortal Iron Fist can. I'm not going to say.
But you know what? I will agree with you on the Iron Fist. That's why I said I wouldn't say I liked everything. I watched it. I killed time, but I do agree with you on the Iron Fist. It is one of the least favorite ones I like out of all.
Yeah, I never finished that. I didn't finish the only ones I finished was the first. Well, both Jessica Jones. I finished Luke Cage because there's a guy at work who said it gets better, it gets better.
Yeah,
but,
I said that too.
When you said that too, you said it too. But that's the thing with all these Marvel shows. I tell you, if I had a nickel every time someone said, "Keep watching, it gets better." That's what they say with every single one of these shows. Keep watching. I shouldn't have to keep watching for the show to get interesting. I shouldn't have to wait 5 episodes for something to get going and get happening, which was what you had told me. I said, how's the Jessica Jones? I said, well, you said, well, you're like, it doesn't start to get good until the 6th episode. So I got to watch 6 episodes of shit before it starts getting interesting. And then even after 6 episodes, it's like, okay, well, this is as good as it's going to get. And there's a special cameo in season 6, but you got to wait for it. And it's funny because this cameo that happens in Jessica Jones, it definitely makes the show more interesting, I thought. But that's a power to the person in the cameo. What a great actor this person is. You're not going to
tell who it is?
No, because I want people to watch it, and I want them to be in misery like I was watching it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But that's my 2 cents. I think all these Marvel shows should stop. I truly do. I think they should stop making these Marvel shows. If they're going to continue, to torture us with these stupid things, then they should at least make movies instead of 13 episode seasons. But I'm stupid enough to keep watching them. So I mean, well, that's not necessarily true. I don't really watch them all, but whatever. It gives me something to talk about and bitch about. What is your 2 cents?
Now here's my 2 cents on this. Okay. So I love that. I liked your article, and the reason because I agree with you, because you're right. Every time I have said, and then it gets good after episode 6. Luke Cage was like that. Even the last Jessica Jones. You disagreed with me when I said that, but the last Jessica Jones I thought got really good after like episode 4 or 5.
I don't agree. The first episode of Jessica Jones, there was a scene. If you haven't watched it by this point, then you're shit out of luck because I want to talk about it. The very first episode of Jessica Jones, the actor's name is, the villain, his name is Kilgrave. And Kilgrave's power was he could make you do things just by looking at you. Like he could get in your mind and do whatever he wanted you to do. And there was a girl who's in the elevator with her parents, and she walks into the elevator with her family because I think she'd been kidnapped, or if I don't remember the whole plot. It doesn't matter. By the time she reached to the floor she had wanted to reach, she had shot and killed her parents.
That's right. Yeah.
And then she went on trial, say, well, you killed your parents, but the reason why she killed her parents is because Kilgrave got into her head and made her do it. And that was the first episode, and then you slowly get to find out about Kilgrave, and then how he can just go around and go over there and stand in the corner for 2 hours. When he would do all these, it was great. It was a great villain that kept you watching. Now there were slow episodes because none of these Marvel shows are great by any means. They all have downtime and boring spots. But again, I thought that season was great because of the villain. He made it more interesting. That's what they needed in this one. They needed, and the article talks about too. And I hate to keep going back to it, but they talk about like Jessica Jones, for example, in 13 episodes, she's supposed to be a private eye, and she hasn't taken on any cases.
I thought that was funny.
She hasn't taken on any cases at all. She's like, she's told, how does this woman make money? How does she pay the rent? And then she has someone working for her. How the hell does she pay this person? Where's the money coming from? She's not taking any jobs in 13 episodes. So whatever. I mean, read the article. I thought it was great. It makes me just not want to watch any of it. Just keep ripping on it. Well, and you know what? At the end of the day, anyone listening, if you like it, I'm glad that you do. That's what TV is for. It's supposed to be entertainment. The thing with this podcast is I like talking about it and ripping on it and entertaining you by being an idiot, in his basement recording a stupid podcast. But, again, I'm sorry to catch you off on your 2 cents, but...
No, that's okay. No.
Give you mine.
Didn't you find the middle interesting when you found out who the villain was?
It was...
without giving it away, because
no, I'm not going to say who it was. It was,
and at the ending,
it was. Yeah, no, the ending was terrible.
You didn't like the ending?
No, the very last episode was terrible. It was poorly done. The acting was atrocious. I mean, was there like an ad in Craigslist saying, "Hey, we're filming an episode of a TV show. Just show on up," and they just gave the job to anybody? I mean, these people are supposed to be professional actors. I mean, I don't get it, Brad. I don't get it. These people cannot act. It's terrible.
Do you think it's rushed?
I don't know.
Do you think they were trying to do Defenders, and then they rushed to do that, and then they're rushing to do all these because they got to make 13 episodes?
I couldn't. I mean, I'm just
your opinion.
I mean, it seemed like that was probably the problem with Iron Fist and the Defenders, but it seemed to me like this one was filmed later than the Defenders. I think there was a gap between when they did the Defenders, which I believe was filmed after Iron Fist. I think Jessica Jones was filmed. There's a gap. In other words, they had time to do better than what they did.
Good point.
Good point. Yeah.
I was just asking.
I don't know. That was maybe they had a deadline to hit or something. I couldn't tell you why, but her assistant, Jessica Jones' assistant, the black guy, he's an awful actor. The villain, I thought she wasn't convincing at all. And then the funny thing is, again, she's a private eye and she lives in this apartment, I guess, in New York. And there's she's at the end of this long hallway, and along the hallway there's a bunch of different apartments, and so much crap happens in that hallway. People are getting shot and running around with guns, and there's yelling and screaming and all this damage, but yet no one ever comes out of their house, out of the front door to see what the hell's going on. You never see anyone walking down that hall.
That's a good point.
Again, I love to just bitch and complain about stuff.
No, you're bringing up good points.
Of course, because it's ridiculously stupid. And how many times are you going to see people running around downtown New York with this big, huge bazooka? No one around. No one's going to see this person running down the stairway with a huge, Uzi. It's just silly stuff like that. They need to make it more realistic. And then Jessica Jones, she's supposed to be the superhero, but all she does is break locks and she lifts up cars and buses. I don't think she even flies. Not that she can fly, but I thought she had some sort of hovering jumping thing that she could do. I don't remember her doing that at all.
She jumps really high.
But she didn't in this episode, this season, did she?
Yeah, when the scaff. Did she?
Okay, well, don't give anything. Don't give anything away.
Okay.
But if you say she did, I'm sure I just forgot.
Think she did. Now I'm starting to think of whether she did or not.
She probably did, because she surely did. Oh, and another thing I was going to say is in the books, and I'm not. This doesn't giving anything away, but in the books. The reason why I thought that the last episode was dumb is from what I'm told, because I haven't read the books, but I'm told in the books the actor, Jessica Jones' sister, the blonde girl.
Yeah.
In the books, she's some sort of a superhero. She has special powers too.
Yeah.
And I think they're attempting to go that way with this actress, or rather with this character in the TV show. But they had 13 episodes to have that happen if that's what they wanted to do with that character, and they still couldn't get it done. That would have been something interesting.
No, that would have been
an interest.
Yes.
Of course it would have, but they didn't do it. Well, did they or didn't they? You can watch and find out. Don't give it away.
No, don't give it away. I'm not going to give it away.
I know you didn't give it away because you don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't.
Right. Yeah. So again, just poor choices, poor acting. But it's fun complaining about it.
You are fired up. No wonder you wouldn't do this today. Because when I read when you text me and say you got to the end, and why I said, well, just wait. We'll wait an extra week because we were going to do a podcast last week. But I told him to wait because I really wanted him to see Jessica Jones. Because I knew it started off slow. And you don't like shows that start off like
I don't. I get bored very quickly.
You hate it, and I know that because when I got to 6,
very bored.
When I got to episode 6, and you said, "Why should I wait until episode 6 for anything to happen?" I had to waste all that time and it's right. But I think that very beginning had to be there for the end. But you're right; they could have cut that out and made a movie. When I read that article that you posted, I thought about it and I said, "You know what? That's pretty."
I think it's very smart. Yeah, it would have been a much. Well, I shouldn't say much, but I think it would have been a better movie if they trimmed the fat and just got to the gist of what they were trying to do. At least it would have been less boring. You know?
Yeah. It would have been less boring. You're right. But I thought I just am shocked by you didn't like the ending, because that ending shocked me.
What's to be shocked about?
See, that's without giving away. We'd have to. Well, we have to do a show that has nothing but spoilers. We'll call it that.
Well, I guess we'll talk offline about the ending and what you thought was shocking. Apparently I didn't get it because I was, by the time it was done, I was so grateful. Like, thank God this is done. I don't have to keep watching this garbage anymore.
And Luke Cage, I think, is next week. Or no, next week, or is it next month? It's
got to be. Oh, the second season of Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Oh God, not another one.
Yeah, but you know what that person's writing in the article is that they take the approach of it goes in line. So instead of having that, we would have it every year. Do one every year rather than every 2 years or every 3 years.
No, they should just stop. Let Disney take it when they go to their new streaming service, so I never have to see another one.
Right? Yeah, Disney's supposed to take. Yeah, they're right. That's right.
If they do.
If they do, yeah.
Another show, one show I did enjoy is a show on Netflix called Love.
Oh, I watched that. Yeah.
They just released season 3, and I gotta say I really enjoyed that show. And I could be wrong, but I thought that I read that it's wrapped up. It's done now. They're not going to make any more.
What?
I could be wrong, but I think I read that it's finished now. They wrapped up, but there's 3 seasons out there now, and I think it's really good. I love the way that one ended.
I love the way that ended.
In the show, yes. I thought it was just a really good show. Just a good story. I thought it was fun. It's called Love, and it's on Netflix. I mean, thumbs up. It was great. I enjoyed it.
Damn, if that's over with, what a way to end that. Because I mean, it's a great place to end. But I want it more. Ending, yeah. But I wanted more.
It leaves you wanting more, but it was a great way. I thought it was a great way.
Oh, it's a great way of ending it. Oh, now that I know that, I'm sitting here kind of devastated.
Yeah.
I'm devastated because I really, really wanted more. I wanted to see what happened next. But wow.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
That was pretty interesting. My favorite line, or my favorite part, which I'm not giving anything away, but it'll make you want to watch it, is the girl who plays the actress. He's on this movie set and he teaches.
Yes, I know exactly what you're gonna say. You have
that
one
line, the one favor. You asked for one thing.
This is the one thing. Yeah.
Laughing. Are you sure?
And then he ended up getting screwed out of that whole deal anyway. So
you're not giving away anyway. You don't get screwed
out
of it.
It was great.
But I cracked up so hard at that part.
Yeah.
That was okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
We're gonna try and move some of these quick just to kind of get things. We have more content other than just 2 shows.
Yeah.
There's a documentary that I would give money to say that I know that you didn't watch it and you'll probably never watch it. But it was a great documentary. Anyone who likes like rock and roll documentaries, if anyone listening to this, there's a documentary on Netflix called Hired Gun. And I'm looking at it right now. The description says you've probably never heard the names of these session musicians before, but you've definitely heard them perform. They're basically the musicians, the story of the musicians, like the drummer from Billy Joel, his story. He's got a great story. Session people. There's Alice Cooper. He was there's a guitar player who played with oh my God, like Mandy Moore and some of those other Disney actresses. But he's like a rock and roll guy, and Alice Cooper happened to be in one of his shows with one of his younger kids, apparently, I guess, or whatever. He was at one of the shows. He happened to see this guy. He says, that guy is a great guitar player. Make a mental note of that guy. What's his name? Jason Hook. Okay, Jason Hook, write it down. So years later, he lost the Mandy Moore gig and he lost the other gig. And then he ended up joining Alice Cooper's band. And then once he joined Alice Cooper's band, he went on to becoming playing a band called Five Finger Death Punch. And there's just all kinds of stories, like the guitar player, the new guitar player in Bon Jovi, Richie Sambora left. They have the story of Phil X, the guy who took over for him. I know this doesn't interest you, Brandon, but for anyone who loves rock and roll and just a good rock and roll documentary, Hired Gun, it's great. Check it out.
No, I was interested. I was listening. I was interested in
this.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen it, no, but okay, I might check that out.
What was one that you liked?
Now, did you watch that movie, the Cloverfield Paradox?
I couldn't get through it.
You couldn't get through it?
It was to me it was unwatchable. I tried, and I can tell you, I literally fell asleep watching it.
Oh, did you?
I really did.
Asleep?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How about Altered Carbon?
Altered Carbon, I did not. I watched the first episode. I was really confused by it. It was over my head.
Okay.
And then I talked to a guy at work. He was watching it, and even he said that it was kind of hard to follow and it was confusing. I thought, well, you know what? If you told me that, that gives me the okay not to watch it. That's another show I don't have to complain about. I've heard people tell me how great it was.
It was.
But I you know what burned me is, and I've talked about this before, is the TV show Lost. I watched every single episode of every single season of Lost, and by the time it was all wrapped up, it was the stupidest ending, and I just thought, why in the Jesus God's name in heaven did I waste my life watching this show? And I thought, you know what? Mental note, if you ever see a show and it bores you or it's questionable, don't waste your time with it. Just there's too much other stuff out there. And then Altered Carbon was like that for me. I watched the first episode. It was over my head, and I thought, do I really want to dedicate another 10 hours to this shit? So I didn't, and I'm all the better for it.
Huh. Okay. And I know, have you seen Travelers, though? But I mean, I know we talked about that last.
I have not.
Okay, because the second season was out. I mean, I'm going back a little bit because we haven't had a podcast, and I've watched a ton of stuff, everybody. So so I don't know what Scott has watched. So
I've watched some stuff.
You watched some stuff. And then, I mean, I finally watched the end of Halt and Catch Fire. I'm sorry. I watched the ending of that. Now that's done, but I've seen that. I don't know. I don't know if you watched that. What else?
I have not.
Do you have anything else?
I know I am too. I'm going through Netflix right now, and I'm looking at stuff. I watched Flint Town on Netflix.
Oh shoot! That's I was see that.
That's a documentary on the city of Flint, Michigan. And that was interesting. It was almost like Cops, like the TV show Cops.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an interesting show. I enjoyed watching that. Not much to say. It's the description on Netflix says it's the toughest job in a tough town. An unfiltered look at the stark reality of policing a fractured community in Flint. And they have tons of problems in Flint. They were saying that at one point there were 300 police officers in Flint, but according to this TV show, there's only what they say, there's only 98 police officers policing the city of Flint. People would call 911 for an emergency, and the cops couldn't get there until 24 hours or longer after the phone call had been made. So lots of issues and lots of problems with the city of Flint. So I mean, it was an interesting show.
I'm clicking to have it. Just put it on my watch list. So here, okay. Did we ever talk about Black Mirror?
Yes, Brand, that's so funny you said that because I'm looking at it right now.
Did we ever talk about it? See, I don't remember.
No, I don't think we've ever talked about it. I'm sure we haven't talked about it on the show. Black Mirror was, I don't know, was this the third season or fourth season?
I think the third season. I could click on it. Yeah. Let me see. It's the third season. Four seasons, yeah. So we're talking about the fourth season. Anytime Black Mirror, for anyone who doesn't know, the description on Black Mirror on Netflix, it says, the sleek world of tomorrow offers opportunities beyond our wildest dreams and a price of our own worst nightmares. Each episode it's almost like the Twilight Zone, where each one is different from the other. Different actors, different stories, different everything. So you can watch any show in any season and not be lost, because one episode has nothing to do with the other. Except for in this season, there's little doodads that kind of connect together, but you have to watch it to find out what I'm talking about. I thought this was a very good season. There were like every other season, some episodes are better than others. Yeah. Very strong, very good. The disappointing thing about Black Mirror is there's just not enough episodes. I think there's only 6 episodes to make up a season. Yeah. And but you know what? I'd rather have less episodes and have better quality. Yes, I think that's what they're going for.
And I'd rather have that. And it's great. I mean, it was so good. A lot of, it's so good. I don't know what to say other than, If you've never watched Black Mirror, I tell you, I cannot recommend it enough. 4 seasons, and it's definitely a show to watch, for sure.
So what was your favorite episode out of all? Do you have it brought up? Because I have it right in front of me. Do you ever?
Let me click on it and I'll look at all the episodes.
Okay.
That way it'll episodes and more here.
I want to know what your favorite one was.
Oh, I know which one you like. Yours was the USS Callister.
Well, okay, but that was one. Yeah, that was my favorite.
That was
that was
like
my favorite. But there was another one I really liked too.
That one was like it's almost like a play on Star Trek.
Yes. But
it
good. Was how he did it. You feel like sorry for the guy, and then you really hate him at the end.
Absolutely,
hell!
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah.
I was like, that is like incredible. But okay, there's another one I really, really like too.
You know which one am I? Oh, season 4, episode 6. Oh, I loved Black Museum was amazing.
Yeah.
Which I believe that was the final episode. So good. And you know which one I also loved was I believe was the one before that, which was called Metalhead.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Now a lot of people didn't like that one.
You're right. I was just going to say that they didn't like that, but I did.
I thought it was
the guy at work is listening to this right now, and he's saying, "You're wrong. It was a stupid episode," because he gave me all kind of shit about it. But I thought it was great.
I thought it was great. Do you know those things are they actually built ones like that open doors and stuff?
Well, I believe it.
You know what? I'm gonna have to post that on Tech Pop Boom, the video. It's on CNET, but I know, yeah, and it has autoplay video, just to warn you ahead of time. But they actually make one that's like that opens doors, that walks around, and like a metal dog, and it's like, oh man, it's just terrifying to see that after watching that episode. But
and then also Archangel was another great episode with her daughter. She puts like a plant in her daughter's head so she can see where she's at all times.
Yeah,
that was a great one. The one I didn't like, I believe it was the one with the husband and wife. Well, I don't want to give anything away, but I think it was Crocodile. Is that the one? So perhaps one of the investigator.
That's where she where she can see memories, and she's an assured adjuster agent.
Yeah, that one. I thought that one was okay, but it was kind of a stupid story. And then Hang the DJ, I was confused by.
I like that one. That was
it was good. It was good. It was very well done, very good. But that was it. I was confused.
They made an app like that where you on Valentine's
I'm sure
Day.
They did.
Yeah, it's on Tech Pop Boom. Wait, yeah, oh well, it tells you how long you're gonna be with that person for.
Right.
And they actually made an app. I was like, why did they just do, or not app? It's on a website. But I was saying they need to make an app like that. That would be kind of cool. But I mean, kind of terrifying after watching that. But actually, no, that ended okay. That ended hanging the DJ ended pretty cool. But I like that one. That was like number 2, and Archangel was like 3. Oh, like 3, and then 4 was like Metalhead, and then actually, you know what? I liked the very end too. See, damn, I don't know which one I like now. But USS Callister was pretty good. That was like up there.
You know what? They're all good. And for anyone who doesn't watch it, you need to.
Yeah. You're missing out if you're not.
Absolutely, you're missing
totally
out.
Missing out.
Of course, I can't sign in. Son of a bitch. Talk about something, because I need to sign into HBO Go, because I'm trying to get
HBO Go. Oh, you know what? That's what I should shoot. I should sign into HBO Go too. But I did watch.
There is a show on HBO. I told you to talk, unfortunately, cut me off. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay.
There's a show on HBO called Crashing. For anyone who has never seen it, it's about a comedian, and it basically follows his he's going through a divorce, and he wants to. He's a comedian on the side, and it's on HBO, and it's so good. It's so well done. It's a funny show, and it's done with real comedians. My problem with a lot of these movies about comedians is they have actors playing comedians, and they're just not funny at all. There's a show on Showtime, which was fun to watch. I forgot the name of it, but it wasn't funny. A lot of these movies suffer the same problem. But this is not one of those, because it's actually done with real comedians, and it's funny, and it's a great story. And again, it's called Crashing. Artie Lang from the Howard Stern Show, and I'm a huge Howard Stern Show fan. Thank you, Brandon, for letting me listen to that.
No problem.
But he's on the show, and there's a really great episode that talks about him and his drug problem, and it was really touching to see it. So that's great, Crashing. There's also a show. Have you watched Crashing by chance?
No, I haven't. No, I have never even heard of it. And I even have HBO Go. That's the messed up part about this.
Oh, then you need to watch it. It's called Crashing, and I can't think of the actor's name. But there's 2 seasons now. You missed out on 2 seasons, and they're great. Great. You need to watch Crashing.
Okay.
Stop what you're doing and watch Crashing on HBO.
I do like
what do you
Vice.
got, Brandon?
I do like Vice, though. It's like a real news show.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they have the swearing, all the other crap, and it's a real... News is like tamed down to me, but when I go there, I get interested. Kind of like a 60 Minutes type news type thing, but I really, really do like Vice. I recommend that. It comes on like 7 o'clock. I think 7 o'clock live.
Oh, you just cut out terribly.
Oh, you know what? You know what it is? Because I have too many windows open. That's why. I'm eating up all the bandwidth.
I didn't hear a thing you just said.
Yeah. Let me. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to give me a second. I got too many.
Well, you do that. I'm gonna go on a rant for a minute. Are you ready?
Yeah. Shit. I should have brought my cell phone. Give me a second. Can I have a pause and run and get my cell phone? Give me a second here.
Brandon's getting his cell phone. Run, Brandon, run.
Okay, I got it. Hold on. Oh, I should have hit pause, but I'm too lazy enough to do that.
So I was talking about this with someone the other day, and now that we were on HBO Go, it made me think about it again. HBO Go, for anyone who doesn't have a cable subscription, you can still get HBO through, like, you can watch it on Roku or Chromecast or, your Fire Stick or Apple TV, whatever. And it's $15 a month for HBO Go.
Damn.
Now,
that much? Sorry, go ahead.
I could be wrong, but I believe it's $15 a month. Don't quote me on that, but I thought that's what it was for HBO. Netflix, on the other hand, is what, like $10 or $11?
$10, yeah.
And there is so much more on Netflix. There is an unbelievable amount of TV shows, original programming, old shows. There's so much stuff on Netflix for, and HBO. I tell you what, they got their balls charging $15 a month. No, don't get me wrong. HBO's got some good stuff. I mean, Sopranos, it's an HBO show. Crashing is an HBO show. There's a lot of good stuff on there. But to me, it's not worth $15 a month. Obviously, you want HBO. You want to, there's a lot of good stuff on there. But if it truly is $15 a month, I think that's a slap in the face. That's a lot of money.
I think you might be right. I think it is $15.
But compare HBO to Netflix, and to me, Netflix is a much better deal.
Oh yeah, it's a much better deal to Hulu.
Yeah.
Hulu to me is it's part of my account because I still have Sprint, which is kind of keeping me there because of Hulu, but because I'm waiting for Handmaid's Tale, but
yeah,
but
that's coming out soon. I think next month.
Next month. Oh wait, we got to do another podcast after that.
Yeah, I might have to get your passcode to watch Hulu.
Tale. I thought, hey, what? Oh well, we won't talk about that. But no, it's just that Hulu. Like, okay, Future Man. Okay, on Hulu, I really like that show, but it's on Hulu. But that was only one show that I watched, and Handmaid's Tale was another. And then really,
I don't have Hulu, so I can't really comment on any of that stuff.
Yeah, but you did. That's right. You don't have Hulu. I totally forgot. I
watched Handmaid's Tale because I watched it through an alternate source.
Yes.
But I didn't see Future Man. I didn't see any other stuff, so I can't really comment on it.
Yeah, you can't crash a Freakish. Freakish was like kind of a zombie type, but with kids.
Right.
With teenagers, not little kids. I watch Ortonville. That's on Fox. You don't have to have Hulu to have that.
Right.
And then Fear of the Walking Dead, I watched it on there. But Netflix, I still go back to the Netflix. I still go back. Even Amazon Prime doesn't compare to Netflix either.
No, I think Amazon Prime, the best thing about Amazon Prime is 2-day shipping on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
The Amazon Prime, I don't think has ever been good. Now, people will tell you I'm wrong, and whatever. Opinions like assholes. Everyone's got one. But Amazon, the original programming, I don't think is very good. But it's it's not terrible. There's movies on there. There's TV shows on there. But I'm comparing Amazon to Netflix, and it's not as good as Netflix.
And it even went up $1, but I really didn't care.
What did?
Netflix. It went from $9.99 to $10, and I didn't really care.
Yeah.
I wasn't complaining. I was like, oh, okay,
that's good.
Okay,
it's very good.
So
very well done.
that tells you that I don't feel ripped off.
There you go.
Yeah. So I know you haven't seen any of this, but okay. Did you ever watch Sneaky Pete?
I haven't watched that. I forgot I wanted to watch that. No, I haven't. I've seen some of the first season, but I haven't watched. I didn't finish it.
Oh man, I think you're missing out because that
I am. I do want to watch it. Yeah,
you should go back.
I am going to go back.
I
plan on it.
That seems like your type of show. I'm just saying that without giving anything away.
Yeah, no, you're not giving anything away because I've seen some of the episodes and I don't know why I didn't finish. It's just because there's so much shit out there. But yeah, it was good, and I do want to finish it. I'm looking forward to watching the new season.
Oh, the second season was amazing. The second season kind of goes off the first one, but it was amazing. It was well worth my. I was happy. I spent my time on it and stayed awake for it.
Besides that, Brandon, what else is in tech pop news?
Oh, tech news. Oh well, I was going to ask you, since you've got a new device. Since our last podcast, how do you like your computer? How do you like Windows 10?
I do like Windows 10. I don't use it as much as I use it, but I use my phone and my tablets more. I love Windows 10. Windows 10 is great. I have no issues or problems with it. I love my laptop.
You like your laptop?
Good.
Okay, because I never ever asked you since the day you got it. I never really asked you how you liked Windows 10 because a lot of people, some people like it after coming from Windows 7.
And there's a new version of that operating system coming out. Do you know what's different than what's there currently?
It looks a little different. Plus, let me see. I could probably look that up. Because I accidentally clicked it off. Shit. Okay. So, but it's called the Springs Creators Edition. I didn't know until Scott kind of showed me the article. What it was, I knew it was coming out because that's how Windows works. It comes out in 2 sessions, spring and fall. But they have a timeline feature and they have a more fluid design, so it looks a little different. Really, that's it so far. There is an article we put up there that tells you all that stuff.
When did you say it's supposed to be coming out?
It's supposed to come out. I think it's supposed to come out like in April.
Oh, that quick, eh?
Yeah. It's in beta right now. But it's codename Redstone 5. That's what I knew it as. I didn't know it was going to be called Windows 10 Spring Creator Update. I mean, I guess I could have figured because it was coming out in spring, and that's what they call the Fall Creators Update. So
interesting.
I could have figured it out.
What else is in the news?
What else? Android Wear is now called Wear OS. So it's nothing really new about it. It's just a change on that. I mean, so basically, but that you're gonna probably get all the watches you're gonna update because I got me a new watch.
You did. I saw it. It's very cool.
Yeah. I like the watch.
Mm-hmm. What kind of watch is it?
It's a Huawei. It's a Huawei watch.
It's a Huawei watch?
Yeah, it's a Huawei. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That's the name of my cable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Wow. Yeah, wow. It's a wow. I think I'm saying that right because it's Huawei. So Huawei. Huawei? Yeah, that's okay, whatever. Anyway, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, the reason I didn't get really a watch was because of the fact that the processor has never changed in it. It's not getting faster. And I posted an article, so I was kind of waiting, and then I realized, oh man, nothing's really changing in the Android Wear. So I just finally broke down and got one. After our conversation. What else here? Still haven't gotten my Oreo update for our Samsung phones. I mean, that kind of sucks. But Android P will be able to let you turn off the mic and camera, so no apps can run in the background and kind of peer in to see what you're doing without you noticing it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. But I knew that if you have a cell phone, or that there's a possibility that anybody can turn on the mic and listen to what you're saying, and that's why. So I knew that. Oh, and Alexa was laughing. Did your Alexa start laughing?
My Alexa is in the basement, so I don't hear it unless I'm down here. I try to get it to laugh, but actually, let's try it. What do I have to say to get it to laugh?
Just say Alexa laugh. Just Alexa laugh.
Alexa, can you laugh?
Sure, I can laugh. Tee hee.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah. Oh,
that's all it did. When I ask it to laugh, it just goes tee hee.
Do you know that it was randomly laughing?
Yes, I do. That's spooky as hell. Can you imagine? You're watching TV and all of a sudden you hear a ha 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 ha.
Yes, I know.
That's freaky. Yeah, that's really crazy. Yeah.
That's why I was and I'm by myself, and all of a sudden you just hear something laugh in the other room.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, that would scare the hell out of me. Oh,
me too.
So yes, it was randomly laughing. They said they fixed it because evidently yours didn't laugh, or yours is not laughing. It may have. Now.
No, maybe there's another way of saying it that I'm not saying correctly or something.
Oh, by the way, so I don't think we told everybody. Scott finally broke down and got an assistant.
An assistant? What did I do?
Yeah, an assistant. You got Alexa.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I have an Alexa. Yes.
Yeah. You have an assistant now because I had
an Echo Dot.
Yep. You finally. Well, so far, did you ever play with your Echo Dot and like?
Yeah, you know what? Where's my phone? And I do. I don't use it as because I'm not down here an awful lot. When I am down here, I'm usually just watching TV or something, just kind of hanging out watching the boob tube. I do like that it'll read you the news. If I say to give me the news update, it'll run down whatever news I want to listen to. And there's a lot of other stuff it'll do, but I don't use it much like the way I probably should, but it's very cool.
Because I was thinking about our next podcast doing the War of the Assistants. Let's see which one does
the War of the Assistants.
The War of the Assistants. Yeah, since I've had Google Home for a very long time, so and you have Alexa, I wanted to see what yours could do and what mine could do. But of course,
well, let's try this. For starters, we'll try this.
Okay.
Alexa. Are you wearing green today?
I've got green on my mind. I've been imagining a leprechaun picnicking in a clover patch with his pet alligator and eating a pickle.
Okay, there's that.
Okay, so mine, let me see. I would have to, how would I do this? Because mine is way over there, so you're not going to be able to hear it.
Hold on, I have one more for you. Ready?
Okay, go ahead.
This. Alexa, give me a Star Trek joke.
What is Captain Kirk's least favorite love story? Gone with the Wind.
I have no idea what that means.
Oh.
Did you get that?
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it was an okay joke. Okay. Well, funny. Let me see.
Alexa, you had me at hello.
And you had me at Alexa.
She's very witty. Okay, go ahead, Brad.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Okay, so I can push the button on mine because my phone's right here. I can do it that way because mine's way. Otherwise, I'd bring it over, but I'd have to stop and I'd have to have it boot up and everything because it has to boot up and I'm not gonna do all that. But I can do it on my phone. Give me a second here. Let me see. What do I want to ask? Do I want to ask? What do you want me to ask it?
You tell me. I don't know how yours works.
Okay, let's see. What color are you thinking?
My dots are red, and green, and yellow, and blue. My favorite colors.
Oh, okay. So, let me see. Mine, what else? Okay, let me ask it. So how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Anything I can help with?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I like how she just says, okay, forget it. Or you say, never mind. But what I ended up doing to my house, or my place, or I should say, was I ended up switching half of, I have a goal every year. I have a New Year's resolution to do something technical with my home. So last year was LED lights. My entire place has LED lights, so there's not a single incandescent bulb in here. But now I've went to a new thing of the switches. So every single
all the wall switches.
I'm working off of these wall switches. So I can turn on and off my switch or any light I want, half of my lights, without like literally getting out of bed. Or I can turn the thermostat up and down, or I can do certain things. I can turn off and on my TV. Oh wait, that's right. I was going to ask if yours can do that, but I think we tried that one time. So I mean, you guys can't see me turn off and on the lights, so I'm not going to do that.
But if you could, holy cow, what a show you would see. Brandon's very entertaining.
Yes.
When he's at home, he likes to wear women's clothing, so let's just leave it at that.
No women's clothing for me. I don't even wear shorts, so how could I do a dress?
You had to paint a picture. You had to paint the picture.
Short, so yeah.
No, everyone watching this is picturing you with underwear.
I know. I can't even. Yeah, but I don't like shorts. Shorts to me are so. Anyway, let's see. What else can I do? Okay, you know what? Ask it anything. I mean, ask yours something.
Hold on. As you're talking, I'm watching Fail Army on my Roku.
Oh, okay.
So now I gotta go to my phone. Let's see. Random. Well,
I mean, we could do a whole podcast on this if we want.
Alexa, what is the U.S. dollar to Canadian dollar exchange rate?
$1 equals 1 Canadian dollar and 31 cents.
Well, see, there you go.
Wow. I know mine.
Alexa, who wrote The Handmaid's Tale?
The Handmaid's Tale's author is Margaret Atwood.
There you go. Alexa, what's 50 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Alexa, I said it wrong.
Okay.
Alexa, what's 50 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
50 degrees Fahrenheit is 10 degrees Celsius.
See, I said it wrong. Hold on, last one. Alexa, help me relax.
I have a few skills to help you relax. Do you want to try ambient sounds? Fireplace sounds?
Oh. No. That's cool that it does that, though.
Damn.
Okay, your turn. What do you got?
Okay. Let me see here. Okay.
Let me know. Io?
Hold on. Alexa, stop. Okay, go ahead, Brandon.
Okay, let me see here. Okay. Here we go. I could do something that you can't do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. Here we go. Watch. And by the way, you could do this too if you have Google Assistant. Play Tech Pop Poo.
Okay, asking Google Play Music to play Tech Pop Poo.
Tech Pop Poo. That's funny.
I said that wrong. I'm sorry. Hold on. I said Tech Pop Poo. Sorry.
Well, one thing, Alexa, my Echo Dot, it will do that. I have a Spotify account, so if I ask it to play any music, it'll play it just by saying, "Hey, play Kiss, play this, play that."
Mine will do that too.
Play Rolling Stones.
Mine will do that too.
It'll also do the Sirius radio. So if I say play Howard Stern, it'll play Howard Stern.
See, mine don't do
play
that.
Play 80s on 8, it'll play 80s on 8.
Oh hell! See, damn. See, that's where. Oops, sorry. That's where. See, that's what I'm jealous about. See, mine can't do that.
Yeah.
Mine can't do that. But mine can play our podcast, or mine can play So yeah, if you do,
but can it play Tech Pop Poo?
No, Tech Pop Poo. No, because I said that wrong.
Actually, I want to hear a podcast called Tech Pop Poo.
You know what?
Brandon, moving along, what else is in the tech news? Anything else?
Not really. I mean, all the other news is kind of old. So, I mean, they're gonna make a cheaper iPhone. You know that.
They are. What's the story? No, what's to do with that?
Well, they were going to make that instead of that $1,000 phone, they were going to kind of make it a little cheaper. They're going to make another version of that because it's not selling very well.
Well, why would it? It's $1,000.
Yeah. Why would? Oh, there goes my rant. I want to get. Okay, so going back on that.
Well, hold on. What's the cheaper version of the? I mean, how much cheaper are we talking here?
We're going to talk about the regular normal price, but it's probably going to have they're going to scale it down. From what I read, I'll post it on Tech Pop Boom. I didn't post it on it. I'm surprised they didn't. That they were going to make they're trying to, or rumor has it. I shouldn't say they're going to make it because, Apple kind of changes things.
They take forever to do anything, yeah.
Yeah, they did for that speaker. That speaker took a while.
Which is just a waste. Why even release that? I mean, who's going to spend $300 to $400, whatever it costs for that stupid speaker, when I got mine, for $25?
You were right.
Does the same thing.
But you know what? Yours can do a hell of a lot more. Actually, yours don't do the same thing. Yours can do more than mine can do, because I can play Sirius XM radio. Yeah, it only works with Apple stuff too. It doesn't have Bluetooth.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It doesn't have so unless you're in the ecosystem of Apple, that speaker's a waste of money. So
yeah,
you might
absolutely.
as well just go. But hey, Google Assistant is pretty nice. I don't know about Alexa. I don't know. Scott could tell you about Alexa, but Google Assistant works for me. I kind of like it because I can take her anywhere. She's in my phone. She's on my watch. That could be good and bad in a way. So I don't know. But she's everywhere. So let me see. But what else is on my Tech Pop Boom news? Maybe that's really it. I did post an article about why switching carriers is such a pain, and that's probably why I haven't done it yet. What else? Okay, Alexa lose her mind. Oh, you were talking about that Sopranos movie. To go back. So what do you mean by a prequel? I read that. And
The Sopranos. You can't really do another continuation of the story that was, already out there, because the actor who played Soprano, James Gandolfini, he died.
Oh, that's right.
So you can't continue on. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't be the same without Tony.
Oh, you're right.
So there's always rumors, and he had put it out there. It wasn't really a rumor. He put it out there that if he were to ever continue the Sopranos saga, he would do it as a prequel to the story that's out there right now. So the movie that's coming out is going to be Tony's mother and father and Uncle Junior in the 60s. And there's a name out there of the movie, and I can't remember the name of the movie, but the story, it takes place in the 60s, and it sounds like it's going to take place. I don't know. The story is out there, but it doesn't matter. The story. Tony Soprano's mom was so good, and the lady who played her, she died in real life. So she died at the worst possible time as far as the show is concerned, because on the show, at the time that she died, she was trying to have her son killed. Oh. And she died. They never got to finish that storyline because she died. But that's type. She was an evil woman. And Tony's dad was the mob boss. He was before when Tony was a boy. So this is a story of Tony's father when he was young, when his mother was young, and when Uncle Junior was young, in their prime in the 60s. I cannot wait. A lot of the same characters, but younger versions of them in The Sopranos. Oh my God! I got so, when I saw that, I wanted to cry. I was so excited.
Okay. That makes me now I understand why you said you should watch this now, which I have not seen a single episode of Sopranos. I mean,
really? I didn't know that.
I've not seen a single
Oh,
episode.
I wouldn't have. Well, okay, if you've never watched The Sopranos, Tony Soprano is the head of the Italian mob in New Jersey.
In New Jersey?
In New Jersey, he's well. There's more to it, but yeah, he's in charge of the New Jersey mob. Him and his uncle Junior. And he's married. He's got 2 kids. I was just having this conversation with a guy I work with. Watch The Sopranos. They're on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, the streaming service, I believe it's available on there. And there's 6 seasons. And whenever there's a show out, my buddy always asks me, "Is it as good as Breaking Bad? Is it equal to Breaking Bad?" And my response to that is, it's better than Breaking Bad. So if that tells you anything, that's good. That's how strong I think it is. It's probably one of the best shows, period.
Okay. Best show, period. Okay.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend this. Now, you may not like it, I don't know, because it's, about the mob and killing, and, there's storylines that deal with, race, and, Tony's an Italian guy, and there's an episode or a scene where his daughter dates a black guy, and he doesn't like that, and he lets it be known. So if that's offensive to people, I mean, the show's about killing.
Well, it's about the mob. Hey.
Right. So it's a great show. Yeah, it's a great show.
Wow. See, and how come? Mm-hmm. See, maybe because I was so interested. You're the only person I know that told me about that show, but I never clicked on it because I could watch it now. That's the messed up part about this whole situation. Is I could just click on it right now and start watching the whole thing, and I just haven't done it yet.
Oh, well, you should, but keep in mind there's 6 seasons, and I believe there's 13 episodes per season, and it's a solid hour show, but it's a strong solid hour. No, I mean, give yourself some time to watch it, but I can't tell you. I mean, it's so good. If you want to watch a good show, it's out there. Watch it. It's great.
So when I don't have anything to watch that.
You have no excuses. The Sopranos is out there. Find it, watch it, love it, live it.
Okay, that might be on my list of things to do. Oh, one more thing. I was going to say that your Alexa can do text messages and mine can't.
Yes, it can. Yep.
That's another jealousy thing, because Google Home cannot do text messaging. We just got phone calls, by the way. We can do phone calls.
Oh yeah. Well, we've had that. That's nothing new for us.
You've had phone calls for a while. Yep. But that's really it for my tech news. All the other ones are old, so I'm not even going to mention them. But I was going to say that all the graphics cards are getting swiped by people who are trying to get bitcoins. So yeah, the graphics. Processing unit, the GPUs, so you can't even find them at Best Buy, which I know because I went there and I was wondering why there wasn't really any graphics card. Once I go and I look, I'm like, okay, because I have a computer and I like to put new stuff in it without buying a whole entire machine, which I probably should go home and buy an entire new updated computer, but I got so many of them, it's no big. But anyway, I was walking by the graphics card every time that it was always empty, and I didn't know until I start reading online and researching, graphics cards, why they were missing. But that's because the people are trying to build these rigs and it's without explaining the whole thing what Bitcoin is that it goes and it solves a problem, and every time it solves a problem, the problem gets harder and harder and harder, and then whoever solves the problem, that's what the money of it's equal to 1 Bitcoin and blah blah blah. But there's a whole article I could probably put on there how it explains how the whole Bitcoin thing works. And I'm giving the short version of that. But people are like, when it was getting up to $20,000, well, if you had a rig and you only got maybe 1/10 of that or a 1/10 of that, which let's say you get a small portion, could be $1,000, So it's not like that now. So that's why I wasn't going to mention it, because it's kind of, that's old news. But whatever. But that's really it for me. Do you have anything?
I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but that will have to do it for now, because I'm sure we bored these people long enough.
Well, they've been waiting for a podcast, so they probably
well, I don't know about that, but anyone interested, check us out at Facebook. Go to Facebook, type in the search Tech Pop Boom, and you'll see all of our posts and all of our information.
Yep.
That's our website, techpopboom.com. Brandon put that together. It's very cool. Give us a shout, make some comments, spread the love.
Like our page, because we got a lot of likes.
Yeah, like our page, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Thanks for listening. Thanks for taking the time, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if there's anything you want us to talk about or watch, or if you have 2 cents you want to throw at us, please go to the Facebook page and throw it at us there. So with that being said, I'd like to say thank you and a fond farewell.
Peace, everyone.